All right, welcome back to the fully demonetized, 100% viewer-supported Grease Monkey videos. I've got a couple things lined up to show you today. The first thing I want to show you is that Ron DeSantis thinks that the most inspirational person he's ever met is Bush 41. Skull and Bones. He's the most inspirational person I've ever met. And you can't say anything different. Say this, George H.W. Bush, I love him. I love him.
So, well, who's like the most inspirational person you've met and why?
Inspirational person that I've met? I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm trying to think who in kind of modern times. I mean, part of the thing when you're growing up, when you're a blue-collar kid, I don't really get to meet a lot of people. And then even in Congress now, I've only been there for 4 months. I mean, I guess I probably would say Bush 41. He was the Yale baseball captain in 48. I was captain in 2001. He came out to practice, so I was able to talk with him, introduce him to the team.
Not my dad, not my mother, not my brother, not my uncle. It's Bush 41. He's the most inspirational person I've ever met. You think so, Skippy? Yeah, you bet I do. So that's Ron DeSantis, who, of course, Donald Trump calls Ron DeSanctimonious. His most inspirational person he's ever met is George H.W. Read my lips. No new taxes. Not going to do it. And then what does he do? New taxes. Oh, that's right. Politicians lie, including George H.W., but he is very inspirational. Inspirational toward what? Toward Skull and Bones? Toward the Illuminati? Toward 1,000 points of light? Can you see it? We're not going to leave any child behind. We're going to bring them right with us into our little ritual. Yeah, most inspirational person. I saw this today. This is from JL Was Right, season 1, episode 1. She said, "I'm sorry, but not enough people understand what controlled opposition is for me. It may be a hard pill to swallow, but you have to understand there is a perception of how things appear to be versus the reality of how they really are." And then she plays this video right here. I guess it's an excerpt of one of her broadcasts on her podcast.
I just believe a lot of these people are working the fuck together, guys. Yeah. I just believe a lot of it is all fake. When I actually zoom so far out and I really actually look at it, it's looking like the world's a stage.
Yeah, all the world is a stage. Now, who's in on it and to what level are they in on it? She's going to name a couple people. She's going to name Kanye, Joe Rogan. She's going to mention Andrew Tate. But what do you think about the Andrew Tate scenario? What do you think about how it's playing out? Why is Andrew Tate so freaking popular right now? I mean, as far as my radar, he just came out of nowhere just in the last year or whatever. You know, when he got ousted from Twitter about a year and a half ago. Maybe it's been 2 years ago now. But ever since then, he's just been going like crazy, like a rocket ship. And he's got a website where people are actually paying $50 a month to get his advice so that they can be rich, they can be wealthy, and they can be powerful, and they can be empowered. And honestly, if you listen to what he has to say, a lot of what he has to say is in accordance with just common sense, the facts, the truth. And same thing with Kanye. Kanye spits out a lot of truth, but to what level, to what extent are they being used to conduct an additional psychological operation on the rest of us, getting us to buy into, oh, this guy's definitely, Andrew Tate's definitely on my side. Kanye West is definitely on my side. All these people, left, right, conservative, Republican, that person's on my side. That person's on my side. That right there is a rhino. That person over there is a libtard. How do you know if they're on your side or not? And then people are like, when you see a social media personality, you don't really know this person. You see the content that they put out, but what kind of person are they to their family? How are they to their girlfriend, their wife, their significant other? How are they in their community? What kind of person are you really dealing with? Well, you don't know unless you know them personally. And even when you know somebody personally, have you ever seen, it's like this Idaho shooter. They're interviewing people who are his friends. It's like, I never thought he'd do that. Boy, I sure didn't know it. I'm not saying that he did it, because that looks like a psyop to me. It looks like they're trying to push some stuff down our throat that's doesn't look like it's too palatable. But even a good friend, sometimes they do stuff and you don't. It's like, wow, I thought I knew that person. I thought I would just put all the money on black and say, this person will never do this, this person will never do this, and this person will always do that, and then they let you down. So if you can't even say that about somebody that is in your zone of influence that you personally know, how can you say you know the heart or the motivation of a Kanye West or an Andrew Tate? You can't say that and be honest.
Looking like Andrew Tate, Donald Trump, Joe Rogan, Alex Jones. It's looking like a lot of these people that have been out here sharing quote unquote truth are controlled opposition, y'all.
That's why it's so dangerous to get into the cult of personality, because it really does blind your eyes to what the truth actually is, to the point where you'll deny the truth so you can support that person that you're drinking the Kool-Aid for. You know, like she said, Donald Trump, Joe Rogan, Kanye West, Andrew Tate. Just don't drink the Kool-Aid. You can assent to truths that they say. It's like, oh, I don't know anything about Andrew Tate. I truly don't. But I know that what he said right there is pretty much in accordance with the truth as I see it. Now, if at any point you disagree with me, we can have a conversation and let's try to whittle it down and try to become better people out of it. But to cement yourself into cognitive dissonance and lock yourself into an echo chamber of, oh, I'm an Andrew Tate fan and you shouldn't say anything bad about him because everything that he says is right, is so dangerous.
And they're keeping us comfortably, just rocking us back and forth.
Comfortably numb. They're keeping us comfortably numb. Now, this is it's a very short interaction. This is a 45-second interaction. This guy says, cop tried to pepper spray me over 5 miles per hour. So I guess the cop pulled him over for 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. And then he attempts to show excessive force. Let's just watch some of this. I don't know the context of this. I try to look for the rest of this. Usually in these links, people go, well, here's the rest of that. I don't know if there's a news article about it. If you guys know anything about it or where this is, I was trying to read this guy's badge number right here.
You were going.
I don't know what police department or sheriff's department this guy's from. It could be, I don't know. That looks pretty similar to LA County Sheriff's Department uniforms, but I don't know. Let's take a look at this.
50 miles an hour. You were going 60 to catch up with me. I was going 50, which isn't even illegal.
Okay.
And now you're pulling your pepper spray out.
Put your phone down, bro.
No.
Put your phone down.
Dude, get off me, man. You had.
We could see his patch there for 1 second. Let's see if we can. Does that say Los Angeles County? Does that say Los Angeles County? It's a bad quality. He must have been live.
Dude, get off me, man.
I can't read that. I think that says sheriff right there. That could be LA County Sheriffs. I don't know. Maybe it's Highway Patrol, California Highway Patrol.
You had.
Oh man, it's out. You're so lucky.
Dude, that's the universe trying to protect both of us.
I love what that guy just said. You were so lucky because I was just about to not only violate your freedom, I was just about to put the hurt on you. You were so lucky that my bear spray canister malfunctioned. No, maybe you're lucky. Maybe you just escaped a lawsuit. I love that. That's the universe looking out for both of us. Great comeback.
No, how are you acting like this? We're supposed to be on the same side, man.
Listen, I don't know you, but I'm telling you that you are going to go to jail right now because you're not cooperating with law enforcement. You are resisting my orders, so you're going to jail. As soon as my units come
But you're
here,
pulling me
we're
over
taking you
for
out of the
going
car.
over the speed limit by, 5 miles per hour?
Okay.
And you have a taser out.
Okay, that's fine. You're going to jail now. You turn.
Wow, it's like you turned this into something bigger than it would have been. No, I'm not the one that pulled the pepper spray out. I'm not the one that pulled the taser out. I'm not the one that threatened to and tried to initiate harm and violence on another person who's literally done nothing wrong. Pretty amazing. Some of these comments. This person says just comply. Yeah, that's how you carve out for yourself a free country, right, Brandon? I don't know. Maybe he's joking around, but this just comply thing, I don't think so. The cop's comment, "You're so lucky," was unprofessional, but the driver's response was priceless. Makes you wonder why the officer was out of pepper spray in the first place. Oh, yeah. Did it not work because you pepper sprayed the last 10 occupants of vehicles that you pulled over? Makes you wonder why the officer was out of pepper spray in the first place. How often is he spraying people? So many things wrong here. Level of force has to be appropriate to the resistance, i.e. passive resistance met with soft, empty hands, come-alongs, etc. He also has to give verbal commands to cooperate and exit the vehicle before declaring an arrest. How about just don't mess with people? How about stop being a road pirate? How about stop being an agent for the corporate tag agency or DMV? How about that? How about stop the road piracy, the policing for profit? How about all that? How about go after real criminals instead of fabricating fictional criminals and filling the prison industrial complex? But you can literally take over a police department in Oregon for weeks and nothing happens. Yeah, that's a good point too. You can't just arrest people because they call out your BS. That's what it looked like to me anyway. Yeah, because what cops take that as is contempt of cop. It's like, you dare question my authority? You dare sit there and try to examine and critique my profession and what I'm doing while I'm getting out a pepper spray, man. You're lucky this didn't work. Now I'm going to pull out my taser. Maybe that'll work. And if this doesn't work, I can always got my trusty pistol over here. It's ludicrous. And then I want to close with this quote from Alexander Solzhenitsyn. He says, to do evil, a human being must first of all believe that what he's doing is good. I'm not sure that's true in all cases. I do understand maybe in most cases, in order to sear your conscience and allow yourself the justification to run roughshod over somebody and do something to somebody that you would never want done to you or your loved ones. I totally agree with that on the general plane, and that's probably what he's talking about. But there are some psychopaths out there, they don't have to convince themselves they're doing good. They just want to do evil. They want to burn it all down. Ideology, that is what gives devil doing its long sought justification, gives the evildoer the necessary steadfastness and determination. Because how could a normal person sleep at night unless he was lying to himself saying, no, what I'm doing is good? No, pulling those people over for 3, 5, 7, 10 miles an hour over the speed limit and economically terrorizing them, that's doing good for my community. No, pepper spraying this guy for questioning my authority, that's a good thing. We got to get these people off the street. So they have to convince themselves that the evil that they're doing is actually good. And I think there's a verse in Isaiah 5:20. I think it's 5:20. Look it up and check me if I'm wrong or not. But it says something like, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. The opposite is the actual true thing, but they're trying to pacify themselves with the inverse of that, which is a lie. That is the social theory which helps to make his actions seem good instead of bad in his own and others' eyes, so that he won't hear reproaches and curses, but will receive praise and honors. And that, it's not just the law enforcement officer or the judge or the politician that's lying to themselves, trying to, give themselves a justification for, hey, this is something that must be done for the good of society. It's the 15,000 hour indoctrination program, the government indoctrination program called the public fool system, and all the other stuff that psychological operations, all the stuff that the social engineers are putting together for us. It's them making the masses think that evil is good as well. It's like, well, you should have never resisted. You should have never questioned the guy's authority. Or like this one guy says, just comply. Just do what he says. I've been pulled over 20 times in my life and things have gone well for me. Sure, it cost me thousands and thousands of dollars and I probably couldn't put food on the table some months because, hey, there went the rent payment. But hey, just comply. Just roll over. Just do what they tell you to do, whether you think it's wrong or right. Fight it in court, where you're going to lose in court too, by the way. So I like that quote right there. Guys, this is a fully demonetized, 100% viewer-supported channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. And don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. And grab one of these hard-hitting, conversation-starting designs that you can get in the shirt store. That you can put in the design you can put in any shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, whatever. Here are a couple of examples of what I got right here. There's over 110 designs, and I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored Shadow Man video.